Well, hello, Craftinistas. I'm back with part two of the DIY prayer journal series, and I am looking at a traveler's notebook. This is a traveler's notebook that I picked up from Amazon. It was an add-on, so I will leave the link to if anyone is interested in it. It was at the time, their prices go up and down. It was $4 and something at the time, and I thought that with me um, ordering something else, that it would just be economical just to try it out. So I picked that up, and I also picked up these little inserts, although I didn't end up using that um, for this particular craft right here. Um, but this little inserts were also a good deal, and I will leave the link down there for them. So I am also looking at these self-laminating sheets from the Dollar Tree, and then these little notebooks here from the Dollar Tree. Also, as you can see, they are quite smaller, but they still fit in there. I just got off track when I started making this craft because I thought about doing something else. So I got I thought that it would be more economical to go ahead and practical to go ahead and make both of them. So you'll see when I get further ahead in the video. So I'm starting off, I'm just going to go ahead and make my accessories to go with it. I'm using a hand punch here, and I'm going to punch out some cute little envelope shapes, and just using some of the cardstock here and making the envelopes. I'm going to go ahead and fold these up and then glue those together in a little bit. But I also am going to use this little heart punch here, and I'm going to use my washi tape in that gold silver that I used in the first video. And sorry, the sparkly gold that I used in the first video. And I'm going to make a heart out of it. And I'm going to put that on the envelope. Here I'm just going to play with this little pennant or banner punch. And that just makes the little banner there. And then I'm going to use that on the paper clip. So I've got these little lobster claw attachments here, and also another kind of ring here. And I'm just seeing and I have these tassels here that I picked up at one of those bargain, it's local, there's a local bargain store that nothing's under over $5. And so I picked up these packs of tassels here from that store. And so I just hooked this together and made a little bookmark out of all those. And then I also made a bookmark of the envelope here. I'm going to glue this on the back of the bookmark. And then these were also in the paper stack that I used. This is all from the Bible journaling paper stack from Michaels. And they have these bookmarks that are pre-indicated here. And they have some here. They're not cut all the way through on here, but that gives you an idea of what you can use. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut all those out. And then I'm using those little laminators so I don't have to get out my actual laminator. And then I'm just going to press down and seal those in, and then that's it. That's just as easy as it is with those little laminating cards that are sold at the Dollar Tree. And so for that one, I went on and squeezed 2 of those in there. And all I have to do is cut and trim this out. So I'm just gonna get some of my little excess out. Using the laminator, it's pretty thick. So I really couldn't use my little corner rounders. I kind of had to use an actual scissors here. Playing around with my little trinket box, I found this little round saying that says believe, and I like the way it looks, so I clipped that on. And then I found this little different color, little, I don't know what you would call that, little fan of colors here. And I hooked that onto a lobster claw. I've had this for a while, just hadn't used that in a project. And I thought that since this was different colors of the paper, that would be cute on the end of there. And that blue is in there also. And then an initial, and then the blue pulling that in. So for the cover of these mini notebooks, I'm just easing them off of the staplers here. To actually make the covers, I just used the actual cover there as a palette and made mine just a tad little bit bigger around than that. But as you can see, that blue there actually wasn't that bad of a color. You know, I'm just having my prayer journal theme here. So, but some of those ones that came from the Dollar Tree had actual words on it and they were misspelled. So that's why I've seen a video where some of them were talking about recovering them. Using my laminator here to laminate the cover that I cut out. And I got the idea from Scrap the World from doing this. And I initially was going to load all of these in the Traveler's Notebook. In the process of me showing you right now, that's exactly what I was planning on doing, but I only ended up using one. And I thought that they would be a better blessing since I'm going to use most likely my half notebook for doing my journaling, that it would be these mini notebooks would be better as gifts. So I'm just making another cover here and laminating it. Then once I get them all done, once you make something through the laminator, those edges are sharp as I don't know what. So I'm just taking my scissors to round the corners off and cut everything out nicely so I won't get cut there. Then I get them all folded. This is one that was just left on. And then I'm just going to ease that off just like the other one. And I've got these packs of rubber bands from the Dollar Tree in these bright colors, and I'm just trying to choose a color that'll go along with the pattern there. And all I'm doing is just slipping it through the middle page and then folding it over, and that way that'll be on the outside. And the same thing for the other two. So now that I have all those complete, I picked up these binder clips from an Office Depot that was going out of business a while back, and so I'm just covering these with washies. I normally would probably use a smaller binder clip, but I'm using my pens. This is where I got the idea to actually make them as individual. Like I said, I watched the video, and I'll leave a link below to the video, inspirational video from Scrap the World. And I thought that it would be better to make those other ones individual instead of including all three of them in the traveler's notebook. So I just left one inside, and then I'm going to do the other two for gifts. And so here I'm just going to take my little bookmarks that I were cut out and then use the little envelope and the other bookmark that I put on the paper clip, the little tassel one, and include those in there to hang out of my little traveler's notebook. And then that way things could be changed out and nothing is permanent there, but I'm also decorating and putting something in the little notebook. And I thought that this would be good for me to kind of get the experience. I haven't got into the traveler's notebook, so I thought that this little one starting off would be a good option. As you know, leather is expensive and some of those notebooks can be quite pricey, so I just wanted to try this one out for $4 just to see how I like it if I want to get into them. So I had thought about when I change out the little bookmarks or if I wanted to change something out. This doesn't have any pockets in it. So I got to thinking about these little place cards that I picked up from Tuesday Morning a while back. And then I ended up just putting some glue dots all around the edges of it. And it made a pocket. So then I could just pull that in and out. And then this is what they looked like. The jelly bean soup mini place cards. And then I could put that in there, or I can put a little notepad, anything that would be pretty light, I can put that in there. And so this is what it looked like. There's a close-up of that little believe, my little M initial, and that little tassel that'll hang up from the side. And then the other two little journals. I put one of those big clips on there to close it up, and then I ended up putting a little pen that I could use.